Alright, Robert Plant is a really great lyricist, and his lyrics don't get enough discussion considering the impact that Led Zeppelin had on music altogether. It's easy to overlook the finesse and range of his lyrical output due to the impact of the music as a whole and just the overwhelming power of Led Zeppelin as an entity. But here in this video, I want to talk about what I think are the three best lyrics that he wrote. Probably won't be the same as your three most favorite or three lyrics that you feel are Plant's best, but it should be a lot of fun to talk about. Before we do that, I'd like to remind you to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the new content. I upload new videos practically every day, and as a matter of fact, right now we're running a series of polls on who are the best lyricists over in the community forum, and we have a whole bunch of other polls over there. And if you check in the description below, you'll also see links to content I can't put up on YouTube due to copyright issues, but nonetheless is really good content, and I urge you to check it out. A lot of it's Led Zeppelin related, by the way. Alright, so on to the subject at hand. What are the top three best lyrics by Robert Plant? So in my number 3 slot, I'm going to put Immigrant Song. And that might seem a little bit surprising to some people, given the fact that it's not a very long or involved lyric. But the reason that I like it so much is because it's just so daringly original. At the time that Plant wrote this, there weren't hordes and hordes and hordes of heavy metal bands singing about their Viking conquering past in history. And the attitude of the lyric, the entire construction of it, and the way that it leaves so much to the listener's imagination is just brilliant. So my number 3, Immigrant Song. For number 2, I'm gonna pick Night Flight. And again, this is kind of a deeper track that a lot of people might not think of right off the top of their head as being one of the best lyrics. But for me, the romanticism in this one and the spiritual uplift in it and the way that it all hangs together is just wonderful. Not to mention the fact that it's given with a feeling of great joy. And so when Plant was evolving from being a lyricist who relied very heavily on blues traditions to finding his own voice, it came out being sort of like an English romantic poet mixed with, a hippie mixed with blues roots and throwing just a little bit of Celtic mythology into that. And I think Night Flight shows all of these in a really, really effective alloy. And my number 1 song for lyrics in terms of Robert Plant is not Stairway to Heaven, although I do think Stairway to Heaven is a brilliant lyric. My number 1 pick is, in fact, The Rain Song. And the reason that I chose The Rain Song as Robert Plant's best lyric is because I think that it is pure poetry. I think that you could take the lyric away from the song, which itself is a masterpiece, and it would still resonate almost as fully. And interestingly enough, it's one of those songs where the lyric almost goes deeper than the vocal performance of the words, if that makes sense. Although the singing on the tracks, live tracks and studio, for The Rain Song are always quite moving and brilliant, the lyrics themselves always seem almost just out of reach of that perfect vocal performance. And for me, that makes them the greatest Robert Plant lyric of all. This is what I think, but what really matters is what you think. So if you have a thought on this or any other topic connected to classic or contemporary music, please drop it in the section below, and remember to like and subscribe. Thanks a lot.